All right, guys, we are excited. We have one of our diamond members here with us again. And Sydney Brown, our product developer, is on this call here. Brandon, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Brandon. I'm a investor here. I've been a stocks portfolio and a options trader for Seymour for I think what 2 years now.
Yes, sir.
This is going on my third year, and here we are doing a second podcast, and gonna pretty much check in and see how we're doing.
Hey, man, I'm excited to have you on board. And where are you? Where are you residing right now? What state are you in?
Residing from all the way up here, the Pacific Northwest of Washington.
Washington. Hey, you're showing the range of Symor Investments, man. So we love that.
Yeah, long
Because
range
you're on
out
a
here.
whole different coast, right? You're on a whole different coast than we are, and we're excited to have you on board. We've been around each other a long time, and I was just before we started, I was telling you that we're in the Memphis area, and you did not know Elvis Presley was from Memphis, and I'm so surprised. So
Yeah,
it's
I didn't know. I didn't know.
hey, that's one of a few
Yep.
things we got going. So he resided here for a while. City, did that make you laugh as well?
Yeah.
Well, let's dive right into it to what we are here for. Brandon, when we started, you were one of the investors who already appreciated what the markets will do for you. And sometimes, believe it or not, we have to explain to people, hey, no, you invest and you make money on the markets and you build wealth and you accumulate assets on the market. And that's a good thing. So with you, I think you had already had a mindset of investing. Even and where you work, I still remember the amount of money that you put away in your retirement account. And I thought that was insane.
Yeah,
So anyway,
that was quite a
talk to us,
bit.
Brandon. Let us know what's important to you and what's going on with you these days
Well,
with
these
respect to
days,
the markets.
with respect to the market, these days I've been trying to save more and invest more into the market. I know at the very beginning, for most investors, you might feel that you're spending money to start investing money, but you have to look at it in a totally different perspective. If it's just sitting in the bank account, it's not gonna do nothing. So instead of spending the money, you're investing the money. You're not spending it, you're moving it over to a different area and it works for you. So that is what basically got me started on stocks, make your money work for you. But I would say this last year has
Right.
been pretty good, very good for stocks moving forward, and I'm excited to keep it moving.
I love that. I love that. Now, we do have a story. I don't know if I want to jump right into the story or not, but that QBTS. So during our last conversation, I think you gave me some stocks and we started looking at them and tracking them. They were
Yes.
promising companies. But that one in particular, I don't know how it fell off my radar. But can you tell us how low that stock got, how high it got, and how well did you do with it?
Well, QBTS, that's D-Wave. I bought that one just to see kind of what we're gonna do with it. If it was gonna move, it would have been fine. If it didn't move, it was just a low hanging fruit stock. It was at about $1. And so I
Dollar.
bought 2,500 shares just to start off with.
Right.
And I would say about 8 months ago, it moved up to about $3. And well, that's triple the money. That's pretty good.
Right.
Okay. So I
Right.
sold 500 shares. And then it moved up to $8, $9, $10, $15,
Right.
$18. And now
Right.
my mind's blown right now. I don't even know what to do.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sell a little bit, put a little cash in my pocket. So I sold another 1,000 shares.
Right.
And
So that's
I
eighteen
think,
thousand dollars. That's 18,000.
yeah,
But go ahead.
I was 18. And now it hit a high of 46.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I believe it hit
That's
46
insane.
in October, and I still got 1,000 shares left, and it hit 46. It came down. It's still hovering in the mid 20s,
That's
but
right.
man, worth a
46,000.
yeah,
Right.
that was worth a lot. So
Hmm.
now it's still worth in about 20 $22. So it's still worth quite a bit
I think it's
for
25
buying it
today.
all
I
at
looked at it
$1.
today. You're right.
Oh, it's 25?
25. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. That's been quite the ride, roller coaster. I tell you what, it's a lot of money. But
Man,
just
Wow.
simple stocks just like that, finding something like wanted to try it out. It's I believe it's a computing
that's
stock.
right. That's right.
And I thought that would have been a great stock for the future as everything's more tech and AI or energy. So
Right.
that was one of the ones I chose, and wow, it sure
Man,
bloomed.
that's incredible.
Wow.
So when I think about 46, I think about my mindset went straight to $46,000, right? For 1,000 shares, right? And you originally had what 2,500 shares, right? So
Hmm.
that's 96,000 plus that's $110,000 potentially, right? Of that
Hmm.
very first trade up from $2,500 investment up to $110,000 within a year, right?
Well then,
Yeah, that's very fast.
That's incredible. Now, we know all stocks don't do that, but if you're
no.
not in the field where you have an opportunity to do things like this, you know, or like you said, your money can sit in a bank. Let's say you had that 2,500 sitting in the bank at the end of the year, it'd have been worth $2,510, right? The bank would have probably given you $10 interest off of it. But
Hmm.
Hmm.
as opposed to at $10, you got in the markets and it could potentially hit $110,000. That's the arena I always want to be in, right? I don't want
Yeah.
to be in an arena of the $10 safety net because money sitting in the bank is going to eventually what get spent. There's something's going to come up.
Hmm.
So
Oh yeah.
I,
There's always something.
that's incredible. So I think Brandon, also from our portfolio perspective, from the you mentioned right now you're a Diamond member, and now
Mhm.
you're doing hyper options with us, right? So
Yes.
you yeah, you got the entire gamut that we're offering so far. I think Sydney has another program coming up later
Yeah, that
next year.
one, Hyper was the one we talked about in the last podcast. And I was like,
Oh,
we
okay.
got
Yeah.
a product and it's finally here. So it's great that you're in it.
Okay. So you do
Yeah.
remember that from the last podcast. So
Hmm.
yeah.
I
So now
remember.
Yeah.
So we're following up. And hey, I love the fact that we did a podcast a year ago. We're here another year, and you're still happy with Symor Investments. You want to talk about that for a minute? I think that's important, right, Brandon?
Yeah. Well, I first started before Symor Investments. I started by myself,
Right.
and it wasn't really moving. And I chose some good ones, which I didn't know till well this year. So it's been 2 years before that really started to bloom. But I didn't know have a whole lot of direction. YouTube is your friend, but Seymour is better.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
so happy and thankful that my friend and coworker told me about Seymour Investors, and ever since I started, I got such a bigger grasp on stocks, the markets, and how to invest properly.
That's right.
There's reasons not to invest in certain areas and certain times, and there's reasons to invest all the time. And you
That's right.
can make money going down, make money going up. You can't really not make money.
I love
So
that.
Mhm.
Isn't
it's
that
a pretty good
amazing?
risk. So if anyone's
That's the
on
quote.
the yeah, if anyone's on the edge or on the seat waiting to jump in, just jump in. You think, oh, you might have waited too long. You didn't get in. It's everything's already gone up. Well,
That's right.
there's always opportunity every day. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And we make money when it goes up and when it comes down. So there's no timing of the markets and things like that. Like in our portfolio, I like to say that we invest in really good companies. And I don't care how the economy does and what the stock price looks like at the moment. If you're in a really good company, as that company uh, churns through their business processes, their services, whatever they're doing, they're going to become more valuable. As that company becomes more valuable over time with the help of its employees, board of directors, all sorts of things, it's going to make the value of that company larger, and we make money that way. So when we say your money's working for you, that's what we mean. We invest in great companies, and we want those companies to do what they do and bring what they call shareholder value to the money that we've invested. And that's the whole premise behind investing in really good companies in the stock market, right? So that's kind of our mindset. So the ebbs and flows of the stock price doesn't it don't move me much, right? I want to make sure we're in a good company and that company is going to stand the test of time through recessions, boom times, whatever the case is. If you let your money sit there and you don't touch it, I think good things are going to happen when you're investing the right way in the right companies. Does that make sense to you guys? Sydney, you
Yeah.
want to
Most
add anything to
definitely.
that? Yeah.
Other than I agree, not really. Yeah.
All right. So that's great. So Brandon, now moving forward, we're going to do some more exciting things on the options market, right? So hyper options, I'm going to say, we send a lot, we do more contracts. You can pick those contracts as you like, right? Getting in and out of those contracts as you like. In that program, we really want to coach you to be like what we call that professional options trader. With that being said, you got contracts that's going to do extremely well, some that may not do well, but be okay with that. The mindset with options is move on to the next trade. If you can keep that mindset, you're going to be successful, right? I just trained another young lady, and that was the thing I left her with. Move on to the next trade. I don't care how much money we've made off that trade. Move on to the next. Sometimes people can hang around the trade too long or hang around at one stock too long. We go to the next trade. So that's important as well from a mentality standpoint. So as we get more and more involved with options trading, just understand that the mindset there is going to be around, learning how to do this for yourself over a long period of time. And that's what we want to train you on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good, good. So, I think the last time we had spoke, Brandon, you had mentioned maybe some real estate, building a house. How's all that working out for you right now?
Well, the real estate is a little bit slower right now. I was looking to split some land the last time we talked. My parents' land, we got 2.5 acres,
Right,
and I would jump through all the hoops, went through all the red tape, and tried to get our land split again so I can build a place. But that didn't work out. But
okay,
just 3 months ago, I found out my neighbor that's right up against my parents' land is selling their property. They got
right,
5 acres.
okay,
Wow.
So I'm first on the list. I've already talked to him because we've known our neighbor Jim for 30 years, and he
right.
just moved out, so the house is getting prepared, and I'm looking to purchase that. Now that's 5 acres. That's even better than 2.5. So
That's right.
all I gotta do is clear the land a little bit, and I could maybe build one or two houses and probably start renting out. That's another, you know, a route of income. So.
Brandon,
Wow.
I'm
Definitely
telling you,
got plans. Always got backup plans. I'm always ready
right,
for the next step.
man, I love it. I love it. I know how old you are, Brandon. I don't know if you want to tell the people how old you are, but listen, you got
30.
go 30. You're 30 years old.
I turned
It's
30 3 months ago.
It's incredible. So I'm looking at a gentleman, 30 years old, 5 acres of land, thinking about, you know, revenue on real estate, doing all this amazing stuff on the stock market, and you're doing great, in your field of expertise. Hey, man, you're hitting it on all cylinders. And
I'm
as
hungry.
I told Sydney earlier, here at Symor Investments, we kind of attract the cream of the crop. So it's a pleasure to
Mhm.
work with you guys every day, right? Because we have some of the brightest minds and some of the most energetic people around this area. So that's exciting, Brandon, to be doing this at the age of 30. I just can't imagine what you're going to be doing at 50. When you hit 50, 20 years of this stuff, I mean, you're going to be like a multi-millionaire if you're not that already, but you will be a multi-millionaire with this mindset. So just
Mhm.
having the grasp of making your dollars work for you is so important. And here you are, 30 years old, with all of this working right now. You're learning the markets, you're learning real estate, and it's just incredible. And I know you're learning the right processes here with Cyber Investments. I mean, we methodically buy those stocks every month, and you've been in it, and you've seen the growth that we've had in this portfolio. It's just an incredible journey to be on. And here at Symor Investments, man, we're excited to be part of it, right? So 20 years from today, you may make mention of, hey, I started this company in Memphis, Tennessee, Symor Investments, and that's going to be amazing. And that's where we get our that's gratifying to us to be part of the journey that we know you guys are on already. So, man, that speaks volumes, and we're excited to have you on the team, and you're all in. And we love that, Brandon. So we're gonna keep doing what we're doing here, and I think it's incredible. How are your holidays? Holidays good for you?
Holiday's been great. It's been kind of a wet Christmas, wet and cold, and we didn't really
Right,
get the snowy winter that we usually like. A nice white Christmas. We didn't get this
right.
year, but it's okay. We
Okay.
did pick up a puppy yesterday, though.
Okay,
What
what kind of dog
kind?
is it?
Oh yeah, it's a little mini dachshund.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's about 4 pounds, about this big. It's the
Wow.
cutest little thing. Named her Bella.
Oh,
Wow.
It's gray with black spots, kind of like a black camo. It's pretty cool looking.
Oh
okay.
man, that's gonna be interesting there, brother.
And
So
drove a
that's
few
gonna be
hours yesterday. Oh yeah, out in the back country, go and meet the breeder. Oh yeah,
right.
it's a lovely puppy. Little
Man,
yappy, but
you're gonna have an
beautiful.
exciting time with that puppy. We have a
Yeah,
little Shih Tzu who's about 14 years old
he's
who
13.
runs. Oh, he's 13, so he runs the entire house. So when you mention that,
Yeah.
man, I know where that's gonna go. There, that's an incredible journey as well. To get that new puppy and raise that puppy, man. So you got anything you want to
Mhm.
say about that, Cindy Brown?
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna go back to when you said that it was raining and everything on Christmas. It was actually 70 degrees here.
What?
Yeah.
So
So it's
Wow,
pretty
listen, hold
insane.
on, Brandon.
70 degrees
70,
in Memphis, huh?
Yeah.
70, but guess what? The temperature is now 30. So
Oh,
we went from 70 degrees to 30 degrees. So it's still out of whack. So
Yeah.
oh man.
so
Yeah.
it sounded great. And we were enjoying that 70-degree weather, but it went from 70 to 30. So
Hmm.
pretty fast here. So that's just how it is sometimes. I think the entire country got that little warm. It started to get warm, then the temperature dropped suddenly. So, but you're in Washington State. Is it really a lot of trees and hilly? Tell us
Hmm.
more about the state itself. I've never been
Washington
there.
State. Washington State is like it's got all four seasons, and it's got all four corners of Washington's a little bit different. So you got the east side and the west side,
Right,
and the west side is very wet. It's close to the ocean. Is the elevations down lower. Is a lot more humid. Kind of like down south, a lot more humid,
right.
and it rains probably 7 out of 70% a year. So
Okay,
Oh,
majority of the
wow.
time it's wet and cold. But it's got a lot of nice warm days. It gets real hot in the summer. Then you got
okay,
the east side where I'm at currently in Moses Lake, and
right,
it is more of a desert-like environment. It's a little bit more flatter, a lot of farmland. It's windy. It gets
right,
cold. It gets hot. It's really
right,
dry. So
right.
Washington's a little bit of everything. And right in the middle, you got the mountains. You got a lot of trees, a lot of green, a lot of skiing, snowboarding, hiking.
Right.
You got a little bit of everything in Washington, and that's what makes it so great.
Wow. That's incredible.
We got to
Well, maybe
visit
one of these.
Washington
Yeah, I was
State.
going to say that, Sydney.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
Brandon, she'll
beautiful.
be out there. She's a
Yeah, I'm a world
daredevil.
traveler. So,
They travel the world. She and her sister,
Oh,
they're daredevils, and it's no doubt you've already sold her to come out
hmm
there. So she's
yeah.
well, you got to have some good restaurants. You didn't mention restaurants, Brandon.
Oh,
Any good
yeah.
restaurants out there? That's important.
on the east side, I don't really recommend anything. Everything's much better out towards the to the west side, out in the ocean,
Okay.
towards
Like a lot of
Seattle,
seafood.
Renton. Seafood, a lot of seafood. If you want to go really good seafood, they got some nice seafood shacks out in the ocean shores. That's all the way to the ocean or in
Wow.
Olympia. But I
Okay.
like to stay more towards Renton and Seattle area.
Okay.
Much more variety of foods. You have everything, everything.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm
So are
trying
you
to get
close
to
to
Seattle for the World Cup, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming up soon?
June of 26. Yeah.
Okay, a little
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Hmm.
It'll be still warm. June is fairly dry. It should be
Okay.
fairly dry and warm over there, so
Okay.
wouldn't be too much different. Down south, it's on the east side over there, is it much more humid, much hotter?
Okay. I'm taking notes.
Okay.
right?
We'll see if I
Yeah,
make it out there.
she's dead serious too, Brandon. So
Yeah,
she'll
I
be.
am.
Hey, how close are you to Seattle though? How far is that drive?
I'm about 3 hours from Seattle.
Okay.
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 Three and a half.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Man, that sounds exciting. But Brandon, we're not gonna keep you too long.
Oh, wait, I did have a question though.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I know you had a lot of great wins for 2025, but are there any lessons that you learned or anything different from all the great wins?
Yes, there was some where I was up pretty good. Could have been 200%, 300%, or it might have been only 100%. It's okay to take the win instead of waiting it out every single time.
Hmm.
Um, mm, Pros and cons. You can wait and see if it goes higher, or you can wait and get closer to your expiration date and you could lose. or just
That's right.
barely break even. So there's quite a few times where I decided to try and wait and I lost a little bit and either I lost them or I broke even, which was a learning lesson for me. And then there's times where I stuck it out and I made good money. But
Yeah,
it's really just depends on your risk management and
Yeah.
knowing when to pull out.
that's right.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things I really talk to the new options traders about is, you know, you can learn how to do options trading. That's easy. They can, you know, you can figure that out pretty quick. As a matter of fact, when I was training Brandon, I only spent about 10 minutes on the mechanics of options trade, like how to buy the
Mhm.
contract, how to sell the contracts. Where what separates us is our patience, risk tolerance, budgeting. Those are the things that's going to separate the really good traders with the people who are not doing so well. If you come in there anxious or you get discouraged fast or you don't understand, you know, the risk involved, that's going to separate you from someone who understands patience, risk management, and things like that. Just like you just said a minute ago with a very straight face. Hey, there were some losses and I
Mhm.
moved on, right? And
Mhm.
did not discourage you from getting those really huge wins.
Mhm.
So that's a good thing because some people will go up 100, 200, 300%, watch that go backwards and say, hey, that's not for me. I'm going to do something else.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I
but
don't let it go
that's not
down. Just
where
up,
you're
okay?
successful. Go ahead. So,
Yeah. Oh no, I was saying, you like it goes up 200-300%. Yeah, that's what we all want, right? When it goes down, that's not for me. Yeah,
right,
that's where
right,
we sell before the.
Mhm.
I don't like it going down, just up.
right, right. So you got so that's that when you learn options and when you're starting to do this thing, that's what you have to learn how to be okay with and know it's normal. It's literally part of the process. Out there on Wall Street every day, the professional institutions, they have different or varying opinions on every stock that's out there, right? Right? So you got calls and puts on everything already. Some people think it's going up, some people think it's going down. If you get on the wrong side of that, it's not that you as an individual just don't get it. It's that it's part of the deal. You're not going to always, you know, get on the right side of it, but all you can do is learn from that era and use those lessons in your next trade. If you repeat that over and over and over, you're going to start racking up a lot of wins over time. The question is, do you have the tolerance or the patience to be able to do that? And that's what, again, that's what separates us. It makes, you know, give us our really good traders and some people who are not as successful as the others. So that's very important. That was a very good point, Brandon, to bring up. And thank you, City, for asking that question. That was very
Of
good.
course,
Yeah.
I would say for any new investors that is nervous or scared of losing, just take all the little wins. There's nothing wrong with 25%, 50%, 15%. A win is a win.
That's
Mhm.
right. I
It
Yeah.
doesn't
definitely
it doesn't
teach
have
that.
you don't have to win by a mile every single time. It's okay to take a bunch of little wins because those little wins add up. And because
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you have a much more playing field to be risking.
Right.
Yeah.
Risk tolerance. That's right. And I tell people that I'd rather be risky with profits I've already earned on the markets
Yeah.
than being risky with earned money out of a paycheck, right? So in
Mhm.
other words, if I get two, three, four, five options wins, got that money sitting out there, now I got more patience for three, four, five contracts because if they don't go well, well, that's just money I didn't pull out, and that was money I earned on the markets. Not all of it, but a portion of it, so on and so forth. And during our coaching sessions, I talk about that all the time. And that's what I want our investors to kind of understand. And I hammer that point that, you know, a win is a win. And I got this scenario or this analogy. I'm gonna give it to you guys really quick. Brandon, if you pull up to an ATM machine right now and you go to the drive-through and there's five $100 bills in that ATM machine just sitting there. Then you pull up to go pull money out and you look at the cashier and say, hey, that's $500 here. Then the cashier is going to say, well, Brandon, it's your lucky day because the gentleman who just pulled away, he always blesses the next person who pulls up. So he'll pour $500 out and just leave it there. You'll get that $500 and feel so excited. He's like, oh my God, I just got $500 at this ATM and I was not expecting it. It's going to feel really good. Now, let's juxtapose that to an options contract where you cash out $500 on a Wednesday. Thursday morning, the same contract has gone up to 5,000. but you sold it for 500.
Hmm.
You're not gonna be so happy about that $500, right?
No.
Two scenarios, but it's the same $500.
Hmm.
Think about that when we start talking about that point you just made. 1%, 5, 15, 20, 30%. A win is a win.
Mhm.
Even though I
When
didn't
is
get
the
the
win?
5,000, I got that 500. Hey, I should be just excited, just as excited about that 500 on that contract as I am from the 500 in the ATM. It's still money that I've gotten, it's still
Yeah.
$500, right? But the mindset's different. So that's kind of as an analogy I like to make with our options traders. A win to reemphasize the point. A win is a win. So
Yep.
just want to throw
Okay.
that out there.
I have one more question. Do you have any big goals for 2026? And from like any lessons that you learned in 2025, how will you change maybe how you trade or just, do something maybe differently in 2026?
I would like to continue my risk management. My goal is to continuously win, but my
Hmm.
goal is to double my money every year.
I love it.
Okay.
And my theory on that is instead of trying to wait for all of the big wins, which that's what everybody wants, is I'm going to be focusing more on the little wins, and that's also a big reason why I joined the hyper options program, is because it's more frequently, but we're not going to be. I would say I'm not going to be waiting for all the big wins. I'm going to be trying to make all the little wins, and so it'll slowly add up. And I think that will be my theory for the year. My goal is to double my money through the little wins this year, through the hyper contracts.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right.
Sounds
And we're
good.
going to have you're going to learn some other risk management techniques
Hmm.
with Hyper, because we kind of go over some things to help you mitigate risk, maximize profit. So, and these tools, you'll be using these things for the next, 10, 15, 20 years. So get ready to learn that as well, Brandon. That's going to be exciting for you. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. And I know you probably like the Wealth Hub when you log in. I don't know if you log in, you saw that little center thing. It's called a Wealth Hub.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've seen that. And right there are a series of learning videos and things of that nature there. So we're going to continuously feed you guys more knowledge in a controlled, organized manner, unlike YouTube. So we're going to
Yeah.
give you and build you as a great investor the right way with clarity, purpose. That's what we offer, not like YouTube. Because if you go to YouTube, just they tell you everything about everything. You got to put it
Yeah.
all together. With us, we're going to try to give it to you in an organized fashion, okay? So you can take
Okay.
it, build the blocks up, and know exactly what's happening out here. But anyway,
Yeah.
I want to leave that with you. I don't want to keep you too long, Brendan. But this has been exciting of a journey. That story with QBTS is exciting. It's just, but there are a plethora of stories. I know there are a lot of stocks out there. There's some other stocks you mentioned that we're still waiting, and I'm knee deep in. We don't have to call any names out, but I'm still waiting on some of those stocks, and I want to make sure. Is that you didn't have the puppy, did you?
No,
Oh, I thought I
no,
saw a puppy in your hand. Okay,
no. This is
but
it's a kitten.
that's a
She's
kid.
some of
Okay,
mine. She's in heat and she's roaming around the house just going off. So we
okay,
got a sorry, we got an intruder on the camera.
that's okay.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, but we're gonna be doing some exciting things here in 26. So man, we're excited to have you on board and get ready, Brandon. We're gonna rock and roll. Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm
good.
in a
Sounds
stock right
good.
now and I've got like 20,000 shares and I'm just waiting for the day that it goes
See,
from
she's
$1
waiting.
to $46.
See, she's waiting. She's got 20,000 shares or something. So she's
Yeah.
waiting as well, Brandon. Listen, I'm hoping to
Sounds
keep her
good.
here and keep her with me. She get that big hit. She may just go off to Dubai or somewhere and just be gone. So we got to be
Hmm.
careful with her. So
If she wins, we all win. Okay.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Thank you. Yes.
Hope that she sends me something nice back. That's all I
Oh
want
gosh.
to know. I will. Well, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate your time and I look forward to working with you. And of course, as always, if there are any questions or concerns, definitely um, let us know. One thing though, Brandon, you got to promise me this. If you get another stock crawl going up like that, gotta let us know.
Yeah.
We
I
can
got you.
all benefit. Because listen, we
Mhm.
have the ecosystem in place. It comes to me, I'm gonna send it out to the entire team. We're gonna make a whole lot of people. We're talking
Yeah.
about $2,500 to about 110,000. Imagine if we had hundreds of people taking advantage of that and doing that.
Hmm.
That's the ecosystem that we have here. So
It's building.
when
Yeah.
when they start moving like that, you got to reach back out and say, "Hey, Ray, hey, no, you want to pay attention to this one, and let's do that." You got the cachet to do that. Anybody can't tell me that. You got the cachet to do it.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be waiting on that text, Brandon, to come through, and you say, "Hey, Ray,
Promise.
this is moving. Let's do it." Okay.
All right. I got you.
All right, brother. But thank you, man. I appreciate your time, and we'll be
Thank
catching up
you.
soon. Okay.
Thank you. We can do it again.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.